Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's the Franz here, and as you can see, this is the one, the only Final Fantasy XIV. I've been thinking of doing this for a very long time now. A little bit of background. I put a lot of time into that other MMO. Yes, World of Warcraft. And I've been really battling with myself. Do I make the switch? And for now, I have made that switch, as you can see, obviously. This isn't my first time playing Final Fantasy XIV, but I didn't get far. I did most of A Realm Reborn. I believe I got into like the post game of A Realm Reborn. I never did see any of Heaven's Ward or anything beyond that. Personally, me myself, I love a good story in my games, and that's all I hear about this game is the story. I am also very well aware that the beginning of the story, especially in A Realm Reborn, is very slow, doing very mundane tasks and all. But apparently, there's a reason for it, and I'm here for it. I would love to see why. For those who don't know, and even though I haven't played all of 14, I do know that the story is very, very, very long. Besides the base game, you have, what is it, 4 expansions now? Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and Endwalker, I believe. And Endwalker was a culmination of the story that starts in A Realm Reborn. There's a whole history with this game. I'm not going to go through it all. Anyway, as to my character here, he is a Hrothgar. I believe that's how you pronounce it. That's how I've always pronounced it. I know that they are a race of characters that were in Final Fantasy X, I think it was. But I believe they were called Ronzo. And that's about all the history I have for you on Final Fantasy. I'm just going to say it. I haven't played much of Final Fantasy. I don't know the ins and outs. All I know is they're not really connected to each other. Just, you have the chocobos, you have the races, and, you know, like the little intricacies of the universe as a whole. But the stories themselves are all self-contained stories, so there's really no prior knowledge needed, which is good. Depending on how this series does and how I'm liking the game, I am thinking of trying Final Fantasy XVI when it comes out later this year, especially since it's being helmed by the one and only Yoshi P, who helms 14. So, cautiously optimistic for that. But yeah, my character here, let me get this out of the way now. I am not a furry. I cannot emphasize that enough. Nope, no way, no how. If you are, cool, more power to you. I am not. Okay? I just thought, after reading up a little history on the Hrothgar, they reminded me of another race of characters from a different game, from a completely different universe, from my favorite series of video games. They remind me of the Krogan from Mass Effect. Not too many females. The females are revered. They're kept close at hand, and you know, the males are the ones who go out and venture the world, while they keep the females close in their tribal places, something like that. I know from reading a bit more, Square Enix is bringing in the female Hrothgar to be playable, which is awesome. I was really debating between these guys and then the other big guys, the Rogadin. I always like playing the bigger classes, or races, I should say. Class-wise, I went pugilist / monk. Just want to punch things. um, I know class-wise they're more known as jobs. One character can do it all, so we're just gonna start as pugilist, see how it goes. And a lot of videos I've watched, I'm really intrigued by the red mage. I'm not certain what level I need to get to be a red mage, but that's also something I'm thinking of doing. As for how this playthrough is going to go, as much as I want to do almost everything I can find, I know the side quests aren't quite vital. They're more there to help you level up other jobs once you get through your first playthrough. So basically what I'm going to do here is do the main story, do the class story, and that's about it. It's a very, as I'm sure you're well aware, because I'm sure you've played this and you just want to see a new player experience it. I know it's a very cutscene heavy game. Don't worry, I'm not going to skip cutscenes. I will read the cutscenes out because most of them are text only. There are some with voiceover. And yeah, I'm not going to do it in a voice or anything. I will read it. I'm just not confident enough to do individual voices. So, big Rogadin characters, humans, the little potato-like Lalafels, they're all gonna have my voice, with no difference in between. At least for now. Maybe if my confidence gets up, I will. But that's enough talking. That's enough of your time I've taken up. Let's start this adventure. I'm probably gonna hit start, and it's gonna give me a little cue to get into the world, but that's fine. But let's get into it. There it is. That's not much. That's par for the course, really, from what I've seen. Should just take a few seconds. I want to get that all out before I got into the world. Just see the first cutscene. A little lengthy of a cutscene to start the game, but nothing too bad. Like I said, I've done a Realm Reborn first, so I know most of what happened, but I am so ready to just see it all again. I do wish I was streaming, but that's something that will happen in the future. For now, just pre-recorded videos I will have for you guys. Let's enjoy Final Fantasy XIV.
Here. Here. Feel.
That's a Falcon Punch if I've ever seen one. Hey you. You alright, lad? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the ether, I reckon. Aether, I'm probably gonna mispronounce that word so many times, I just don't think about it. I either say aether or I say ether. It's just how I am. You'll get used to it though, don't worry. You there, halt. What's all this about? Like I said, little Lalafell guy there, gonna have the same voice. I apologize. Inspection. Men, search the carriage. I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. Sir, look, Sumnus, did you just take that out of your pocket? Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. I'm not gonna say that. Wah? Amalja, to arms, to arms. Oh yeah, these guys. 7 hells, consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. My guy looks so big in that wagon. Oh boy. Nah, hit in the back. That's weak sauce. Phew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. I don't think I have a shirt on. It's like a strap. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we're still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Them young guns don't much care for conversations, see? As Deadpool says in one of his movies, this is that's not what he says, but these two, it's foreshadowing. Okay, don't worry about them now. You'll see a lot more of them later. Brent's the name, and peddling's me trade. Yeah, definitely no shirt on my back. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. Another thing in Final Fantasy lore, I'm pretty sure Rothgar aren't that common around people. So, this guy's just acting smart. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business. These days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? Let's not lie now. To amass a fortune. Fortune, eh? Then I reckon you'll fit right in where we're going. Once you've learned to handle yourself in a fight, you'll want to pay a visit to whichever crafting or gathering guild tickles your fancy. And there's plenty to choose from too, whether it be weaving, alchemy, goldsmithing, or mining that interests you. Uldah's got a place where you can learn your trade. Adventuring ain't just about killing things, after all. A peaceful pastime may well help you make your fortune. Just remember though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? As this character, yes. Is it? Or it is. Yeah, whatever. Well then, let this journeyed itinerant tell you the ins and outs of your destination. Ul'dah is ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their Monetera's cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists, and the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizard Men, that's the Amalja, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. They have their own interests, see? And they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need greed and profit, and though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. Ah, long last. Behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalon, where folk turn sand into gold.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises. A solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah. Even with the coming of the 7th Umbral Era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul. One whose arrival could mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
Oh, okay. Thank you, random narrator. And here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. I didn't get anything. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of story personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
I said the word. Realm reborn. I'm sorry. I'm glad I have a drink right by me because my throat is getting dry from all this reading and it's only the first cutscene. Don't get me wrong, I love that fact. I do have one more thing to talk about my character and why he's a Hrothgar. Once this scene is over, I will explain why the color scheme I got going on him, it'll all make sense, trust me. Oh, adventurer, over here. Aye, I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance, eh? How can I tell? Eh. I don't know what the shocked expression is for. Name's Wyman, and my business is knowing every bugger else's. Well, as an introvert, we would not get along. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge even, just this once, like. Ah, and that is the end of that cutscene. Don't worry, the reading's not done. Welcome to Ul'dah, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanalon. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Like I said, as a WoW veteran, I'm so used to mouse and keyboard, but I am playing on the PS5, in case you didn't know. So, for now, controller it is going to have to be. No. Control scheme, yeah, I know. Okay, please go away. Please, oh, circle to close. Okay. So, really quick, and, if anybody is still watching, please do me a favor. I did kind of test the volume before I started, and my voice was coming out just fine. I hope it still is, because in my ears right now, the music is loud. Like, I can barely hear myself talk. That's okay, because in all honesty, even on my videos, I don't watch myself talk. So I do hope my voice is coming out fine. It's not a great mic, I know, believe me. It's just connected into my controller. It's just a headset. Very cheap mic. This is all just a fledgling channel right now. It shows. But just let me know in the comments if everything seems fine, if my voice is coming out fine, anything with the audio in general. Let me know. I can adjust it in the settings. But I thank you in advance. So as to my character, really quick, DeFranz the Hrothgar here. Why is he this color scheme? Why does he have blue stripes? Well, in a very simple explanation, yes, they have been terrible for the last 12 years, but I've been a fan for close to 25. I love hockey. I basically feel like a Canadian living in America, but I love hockey more than football. I will watch football, but I'm more of a hockey guy, and my team in hockey is the Buffalo Sabres, and their mascot is a saber-toothed tiger. Making sense now? And Sabretooth, since that's his name, he's mostly gold, with navy bluish stripes, and so that's where my Hrothgar, DeFranz, got his look. Simple as that. Alright, enough exposition. Let's go speak to Wymond. NPCs offering quests can be recognized by the exclamation marks above their heads. To bring up the quest window, speak with the NPC by first targeting and then pressing the confirm button. There's like an extra step involved in talking to NPCs on controller than there is with a mouse and keyboard. I have got to get used to that. Alright. Once you initiate a quest, the prompt will appear detailing its objectives and rewards. Press the accept button in the lower left to add the quest to your list of current duties. Coming to Uldad. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Uldad, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. I don't think anyone's gonna mug a two-legged walking saber-toothed tiger. That's just my opinion. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the quicksand and speak with Mamodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you get in for free. Good luck with the adventure and adventurer. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. Upon accepting a quest, the current objectives will appear under the quest title in the duty list on the right side of the screen. A maximum of 5 quests can be displayed at once. Selecting the title will open the quest in your journal, allowing you to review objectives and rewards. Okie dokie. I always like reading the journal. So Wymond suggests that you speak with the quicksand proprietress Mamodi before you begin exploring. And that's what we shall do. Huh. I will say, I like this subtle vibration the controller gives off for every step you take. Like, it's so subtle, like, you won't feel it after a while. Complete a quest by speaking to the NPC with a check mark displayed above his or her head. Completing quests will earn you a variety of rewards from items and guild to experience points. Hello, Momodi. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to live with my voice for a little while. Don't just stalk up to her like that, DeFranz. She don't seem to mind. Why, hello there, who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Mamodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. Just say job, please. And lucky for you that it is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Oh, okay. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. It's gonna take a while to get used to the whole cat ears and tails. I know they're popular. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an 8th hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy, and everyone's got their own version of what happened next, some of them 2 or 3. You think people remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though, the part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand, and try to leave Ul'dah in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. The Franzilla. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just roll off the tongue, it does. Oh, please. Alright, Mr. Zilla. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 is my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. I've got to get used to the way they talk in this game. Be grateful you were given a 4th chance to offend. You two, attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. I'm sure you do. Any road, welcome to Ul'dah, the Franz. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. And that's that quest. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first steps as an adventurer in the city of Ul'dah. Listen well to the wisdom of Modi Modi, and go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Oh, I can get used to that. Main scenario quests. Important quests used to tell the story of Eorzea and her people are called main scenario quests. These tasks are easily distinguishable from others by their unique icon. Quests using this icon indicate a task or series of tasks are tied to new duties or features you have yet to unlock. That's another quest I forgot to mention before. Any quest I see with the blue icon, I will also do since they unlock features. I know some of them aren't as important, but that's my goal anyway, so. Okay, before I talk to Modi again, I need a quick drink. Sorry about that. Okay. A little bit more talking to go. Close to home, Modi, the proprietress, I don't know why I can't say that word, the proprietress of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetherite before, Franz? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Pugilist Guild over at the Platinum Mirage. Assuming those weapons of yours ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the Steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you've got the guild. Just make sure as you don't pay more than you ought to, Franz. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interest. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Pugilist Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there are more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to this city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after gil the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finish, will you? That way I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a guild to your name. Main menu. The main menu grants quick and easy access to most of the game's main features. For example, selecting character under character opens a window containing your character's various attributes and currently equipped gear. Selecting journal under duty displays a list of current and completed quests and thief quests. If you wish to customize the game's various settings, including key binding, HUD layout, and system configuration, they all can be accessed via system. Select active help to redisplay these tutorial messages. Game progress is saved automatically, so there are no in-game save or load functions. However, to prevent data from being lost or corrupted, it is strongly recommended that you end each play session by selecting log out or exit game from the system menu. Sanctuaries. A crescent moon icon will appear to the right of your experience bar whenever you enter a sanctuary. While in this special area, you will accrue a rested bonus. The bonus will continue to grow even if you are offline. All experience earned through battle, crafting, and gathering while under the benefit of the rested bonus will be increased by 50%. Your current rested bonus is displayed on top of your experience bar. The dark orange bar shows how much more experience can be earned before the bonus fades. If the bar is blue, it indicates your bonus will carry over to the next level. Inns and cities, as well as various outposts and settlements, are classified as sanctuaries. To maximize your experience earning potential, make it a habit to always log out of these areas. Got it. And navigation. Selecting a map from under travel in the main menu or pressing square on the controller will bring up the area map. If a quest objective is located in that area, it will be indicated with a special icon. The location of quest objectives can also be confirmed by selecting the objective in the duty list. Thank you. Alright. Okay, that is journal. Close to home. Modi has given you 3 tasks to perform. Should you encounter any citizens who seem to be in need of help as you make your way around Uda, why not offer your services? I will, just not right now. No hard feelings. So... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So I go there, and there, and then I gotta go there for something else. Okay. Purdy. See, like I'm saying, like, I want to talk to him. I want to see what he's got to say, but it's just... I mean, from what I've read, main story or main scenario quest, class quest, and the unlock quest are more than enough to get you where you need to go. It hurts me to do that, but... Oh no, oh no! Don't copyright me. Toss a coin to your witcher and leave me alone. But that was awesome. Alright. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come at the behest of Miss Mimodi of the Quicksand? Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil, if you please. It's not funny. Apologies, but I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. DeFranz, buddy, we are not the gullible type. Come on, bud. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the aetherites and a connection to the flow of ether. Given that there is aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. But, even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found it informative. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. You are tuned with the aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. Yay? The spell return can be used to instantly travel back to the aetherite set as your home point. Casting the spell does not require any MP and can be accessed by selecting return under travel from the main menu. The sole limitation of the spell is that it can only be cast once every 15 minutes Earth time. Only one home point may be set at any time. To make an Aetheryte your new home point, target and select the crystal to bring up the Aetheryte menu. Somebody's selling gold. Or gil. Gross. Not that I need to, but a little lore exposition from the guy, I suppose. Hail, adventurer. If you would know aught about Aetherytes and ethereal travel, I, Nenabaru, would be happy to assist you. What is ethereal travel? In order to understand the workings of ethereal travel, one must first understand the nature of ether itself. Ether is an invisible, intangible substance that exists all around us. It flows through every living being, including you and me. It is what sustains us, and without it we would perish. Once the spirit departs the body due to death, our remains are reduced to ether and return to the ethereal river known as the life stream. However, it was long ago discovered that with sufficient control of one's spiritual energies, a man could deliberately reduce his physical form to ether without severing the connection between body and soul. And so the spells known as Return and Teleport were born. What are Aetherites? These crystalline agglomerations of ether, which are a common sight throughout Eosia, are vital to ethereal travel. By touching an Aetherite, you can attune your body's ether with the crystal. Should you fall in battle and your body be reduced to ether, you may awaken back at the Aetherite with which you have the strongest resonance, your home point. With the proper training, however, you can resist the pull of your home point and travel to a different Aetherite. This is the technique commonly referred to as teleportation. But know that you can only travel to an Aetherite with which you have previously attuned. When visiting an unfamiliar area, you would do well to seek out the nearest Aetherite before engaging in any dangerous activities. In essence, Aetherites act as lodestones, which allow us to move contrary to the natural flow of the life stream. But be fairly warned, to attempt ethereal travel without these lodestones is akin to suicide. What is the difference between return and teleport? Compared to teleport, return is less taxing on our spiritual energies, as we are naturally drawn towards our home point, the Aetherite with which we have the strongest resonance. This spell can be cast quite quickly, making it ideal for emergencies. By way of a drawback, you cannot select your destination at will. Return can only send you back to your home point. Teleport offers greater versatility, in that you can travel to any Aetherite with which you have previously attuned. However, it requires a great deal of spiritual energy known as anima. That word. Being a player from World of Warcraft and Shadowlands, anima. Okay, I'm okay. To safely guide one's body and soul to the weaker ethereal beacon. Do not worry though, many adventurers recover quickly and are more than capable of frequent travel. That is, assuming they can afford the costs involved. You see, in the Calamity, many of the Aetherite camps across Eosia were completely destroyed. Rebuilding these camps came at a great expense, and the money which made this possible was lent by certain wealthy individuals. This debt is being repaid to this day, and it is for this reason that we must levy a fee upon those who use the teleport spell. Okay. Now, since that's right there, we will go here. I believe this is the Pugilist Guild over here. Shiny floors. Yep, Pugilist Guild. Oh. That's right. Now to learn the history of the Pugilist, if I remember correctly. Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. I see you already walked the path of the Pugilist, yet your journey has only just begun. I highly recommend you add your name to our roll, for there is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. The origins of pugilism, as we know it, can be traced back to the staging of barehanded bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst this chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when barehanded fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators, and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, should you wish to proceed with enrollment, you must first obtain the guildmaster's approval. Let me know if you would like to meet him. I mean, yes. Ugh. So, are you ready to present yourself for the guildmaster's inspection? Way of the Pugilist. Gagaruna wishes you to reaffirm your desire to join the Pugilist Guild. Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Blood Sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Easy enough. Way of the Pugilist. You have been referred to Hammond, the master of the Pugilist Guild. Seek him out by the training area. Not a problem. Heh, past time you got your arse back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Eh? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer, there never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. Uh-huh. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guildmaster, I'd be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of a sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques... Oh! You'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yeah. Oh, because he does that again. Okay, that makes sense. Oh boy, okay. Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. Don't even get me started, Hammond. You ought to speak more, son. It gave me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? Ah, right, joining the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Can you go the distance? Sure. Yes, you have fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fletching skills against the vermin of Thanalin. Go out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Aye, sir. Having formally accepted you into the Pugilist Guild, Guildmaster Hammond instructs you to go forth and slay 3 shrews, hornets, and marmots. And now the markets. I keep hitting the wrong button to scroll. Okay, so go down or left, I suppose. Sorry, I'm just looking at the Franz here, and it's like, my guy is wearing a corset. That's what it looks like anyway. Okay. I gotta get used to hitting the right button there. Oh my, he's all the way on that side. May as well. It's on the way. Nope. You now have access to the Ethernet. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon Ethernet shards. Ethernet. Attuning with the shard has granted you access to the city-state's Ethernet. The Ethernet can be used for quick intra-city travel. I like. May as well go down this way to get the Aetheryte. Don't worry, I'm not gonna go get every single Aetheryte in this playthrough. I mean, I will off screen. I'm just not gonna bore you with all the running around I would have to do to attune myself to as many as possible. I mean, it really isn't that thrilling of gameplay. Okay. And up and to the right. Conniving ne'er-do-well. I think we could have put the B in there. Never do well. I was busy admiring what's going on. I missed my right. There we go. And you can tell it's the marketplace because there's all these people here. Alright, Mr. Cesaroga. And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer. But of course. Yes, I am Cesaroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace? Very wise. As for my fee, what, you expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I would rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. I don't like you. Some quests will require you to deliver items. If an NPC requires an item request window will appear. Select the item from your inventory or armory chest and press hand over to complete the transaction. Letter of Introduction. A slip of bound parchment entrusted to you by Quicksand proprietress Modi. Oh, Mistress Modi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of the Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer? A deadlier sword, perhaps, or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant, or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. And that is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Modi. Now, off with you. Such spunk for such a small little guy. Okay, so that finished that quest, so now let's go hand it in. This is the closest I am to it. Sure does look nice. The city, I'm not trying to... Oh my god, I am not trying to do an... Oh boy, okay. Buddy, we're gonna get you something that doesn't look like a skirt, and hopefully soon. May as well get this. Alright, Momodi, I hope you keep this one quick. Wait. How was your tour of the city, Franz? Get lost, did you? No. Aye, well, Woda's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left is for you to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Thank you for keeping that quick, Momodi. So I can't take this quest right now, because I need to be level 4. So, in the next episode, we will start with the Way of the Pugilist, and we will go from there. A little bit longer of an episode than I would have liked, but it's the beginning of a long, long adventure. But I do plan on documenting it all. Well, again, the main scenario quest and the class quest. And any unlockable quest. Like if I wanted to go talk to that Smith over there, I'll do it off screen. Nothing too important. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. I promise there's a lot more coming. Leave a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, any critiques. Please, again, definitely let me know how the volume is. I definitely feel the music's too loud, but we shall see. And just thank you for watching. I can't stress enough how much I appreciate it. And until then, have a great day. Take care.